Look, I wanna live right now. Baby, I'm as young as the night. I wanna dance right now. On the floor, I feel so alive. Don't stop, turn it up. 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 Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We're going hard. Pour some more into my cup. Sparkling star. Crystal glitter all over.
Come on in. We are at the SheEO Center stage. Welcome, everybody. Super excited for us to be here tonight. Listen, come on in. Tell me who you are. Give me your name, where you're coming from, and make sure you share this broadcast out. Tag somebody. Let them know this is the place to be, honey. Monday nights at 8 p.m. for the SheEO Center stage. If I didn't say it, then of course I am your girl, Angela A. Love Lewis, and we are officially on the SheEO Center stage. So make sure y'all, get your, y'all see me? Bam! Come on, look at that. Look at me in the phone. Share this broadcast, or if you're on your laptop, if you are on your tablet, whatever you're on, share it out to somebody, because I'm telling y'all, Center Stage brings you businesses of amazing ladies who are out here doing their things, making an impact. So let me see who I'm looking at. Let me check this out. Michelle, hey Michelle, thank you so much for tuning in from Buffalo, New York. Good to see you, ma'am. Listen, this Center Stage is such an amazing opportunity, and I love being on here and talking to the ladies about their businesses. Hey Marie from the ATL, good to see you, boo. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, this is such a awesome time, and we talk to people who are in their businesses, whether they are just getting started, whether they've been in several years, honey, whether they are brand new or OGs, whatever it is in business, we talking to them and getting the scoop of how they're able to get their businesses out there in front of people, right? And so tonight, my special guest is Florence Chambliss. And so before I say this, I see Juanita calling from Carrollton, Georgia, tuning in. So thank you so much. Make sure y'all shout out your city and state. Because listen, if you don't know, I'm just going to go on and put a little bug in your ear. We're going to do some giveaways. So I ain't going to tell you what you got to do to give it, but you need to make sure you watch to the very, very end in case we call your name, okay? So listen, let me go ahead and get my special guest and tell you about her. Florence is a Detroit native and a graduate of Florida A&M University, where she studied public relations. Come on, Florence. I love it. I love it. She's a dedicated professional with over 32 years of experience in management, training, finance, and business. She gained her initial business skills as a district manager for Taco Bell Corporation, and her first entrepreneurial venture was an event planning and catering company. Okay, Florence, hold it out on us. Florence became a real estate agent, then purchased her first commercial property where she operated a child care center for 15 years. During that time, she became a full-time investor and landlord of both commercial and residential properties in Atlanta. You better do it, Florence. She's a certified business consultant who enjoys seeing businesses go to the next level and helping people turn their business ideas into reality. She loves to give tips, help people save money, and is always able to find a great deal. Florence is one of the ones you need to have in your corner, baby. Florence currently owns Hope Holdings LLC, a real estate investing company, and Germapro LLC, a sanitizing company. Y'all know we needed her all during COVID and afterwards, right? In 2019, Florence was able to see her assets begin to work for her, which allowed her to focus on her passion and purpose, being a philanthropist. That's it, being a philanthropist, baby. That is amazing, and I love it. Florence is the founder of Limitless Education and Training, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides training for disadvantaged adults and children by helping improve life skills, hence enhancing their quality of life. Florence is married, has 2 children, and in her spare time, she loves to travel, ride her bike, and invest in her personal development. Ladies, let me bring on Florence Latrice. Come on, Florence. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, lady. How are you, Miss Florence?
I am great. I am great. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here, honey. I'm all up in this bio. Like, Florence better show out, honey, doing all these things, baby. Look, looking like she's still 25. Come on, Florence, and do it.
Look, that 32 years gave it away, huh?
The 32 years gave it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't ready for it, but yeah, we got it. She's Florence. Right. Listen, I know I read the bio, but I can't do it justice like you can. What do you want to share with us about who Florence is?
Well, I can say Florence is a serial entrepreneur, as you can see, and I'm an investor, first and foremost. And I actually enjoy the information that I've received over the years. That's why I started Limitless Education and Training. I enjoy giving people business tips, educating, helping however I can for individuals to grow in terms of that business. Florence has my message is not real popular. I will say that. I'm old school. Old school. And I know that is something, the information, people who have heeded to the information that I've given have definitely benefited. So Florence is pretty old school. I got some little wisdom back up in there. Been through some things, business-wise, personal-wise, and just want to be able to help the community as a whole.
You know, that's such a great place to be when you have enough knowledge that you're able to really share and turn it into your own business where you can really help people with, you know, tips, tools, and strategies. Because at the end of the day, it's not, I mean, you know, entrepreneurship sounds good and exciting, but baby, it's some work behind it. It requires strategies. It requires, you know, knowing how to do something right the first time so that you don't have to go back and redo it again. It requires a lot. And so to have somebody like you to share that is vital to, you know, people really being able to take their businesses and scale it to the next level. So I see Paula's came on here. Hey, Paula. I see Miss Juanita said hello. Chantel said good evening, Queen. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Because listen, Katrina, I see you coming on in. Hello, hello, hello. Listen, they popping in like popcorn babies because they get this information, Miss Florence. So I don't even know where to start because your bio is so rich. So let's go back to real estate.
Okay.
What made you decide to get into real estate?
I was buying a house and the real estate agent caused us to lose our money. And my husband was like, we got to do something about this. So I took the real estate course, got my license, and then we started buying property, and we bought when the market was really low. So that situation turned out very well. We ended up purchasing 32 properties in Atlanta and held on to all those properties throughout the years, didn't sell, held on for the long haul. Ended up divorcing. However, I did get a great piece of that pie. So I still have my properties. And
yes, come on, Florence. Look, y'all better look. Lesson number 1, don't walk out empty-handed. Get you a slice of that pie that you help.
No walking out empty-handed, not at all. But real estate is a great investment. I mean, it's a long term. It's something that you can have for the long term. I mean, it's. I can't think of anything greater. I enjoy it. Real estate is wonderful. It's a great investment for people. And sometimes people feel like, well, I can't buy a house. I actually had a young lady that was 24 years old, and I was selling her home, and she told me that her friends told her she was too young to buy the house. I said, you need to get rid of them. That lady bought a house for $50,000, and today that house is worth over $285,000. So I always tell her story.
Wow. Baby, say, honey, Miss Florence is on my Christmas list every year, baby. Every year. Listen, I'm laughing because Kelly said Florence is someone you, in all caps, need to know. Yes, she is. Hey, Empress. Empress says, love that. Keisha said, hey, ladies, Florence is in the house, honey. Listen, I'm saying, and Katrina said, awesome. It's really good because, number one, you took something that could have taken you out. Because for a lot of people, when you invest in money, you know, we working hard out here for these coins, and we're not trying to just give it up for somebody to cause us to lose it. But what you did, instead of bury your head in the sand and you know, get in depression and anxiety and things like that, you chose to flip it, pivot, and then get you a certification in something that has served you well over the years.
Right.
So what would you say to somebody when they are really actually out here, interested in really investing into some real estate? What are maybe some of the core things they need to really be looking for to help them to get into this arena?
Well, first of all, if they're trying to do something on a personal level, they want to make sure they have at least a 640 credit score, and you want to work on your credit. I mean, I learned the hard way. I was buying everything and had bad credit, but just because you have bad credit doesn't mean that you can't purchase a property. And if you already own a home, you have money in your home. When we got started, we didn't have any money. We took the money out of our personal home and ended up utilizing that through a home equity line of credit to buy the next property. So you can actually pull money out of your home that you own and use that to buy another property.
Florence, to put y'all on some game, baby. 640 credit score is ideal. But listen, did y'all hear what she said? The game is, and trust and believe, y'all, this is why center stage is so important, because we have women on here who know how to work things for the betterment of you. If you already have property, get you a line of credit from your home so that you can utilize that to invest in some things. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's other pieces of property, whether it is, a business, whether it is things that's going to help you in the long haul, create other assets. Because bottom line, as we are moving forward in life, you want to have legacy. You want to have things that you can leave somebody. And property, baby, is something that appreciates, not depreciates. So we want to make sure we invest. So come on, pull funds from your equity to purchase assets. Yeah. Baby, y'all on fire today, honey. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Look, don't pull it out and go shopping with it. Pull it out and do something with it. Let your money make
get you a purse or some shoes. Get you something that you can walk barefoot on like some land.
That's right. Let that money make you some more money.
Thank you. Listen, that's why this is such an important topic, because real estate is something that, you can pass down from generation to generation to generation. And when you think about our legacy, you think about our forefathers, we worked very hard to be able to have the opportunity to afford, being able to get property. And so when the opportunity presents itself, if you don't know, call Miss Florence and ask her to help you to, position yourself. Like she said, you can get some things with bad credit, but you want to work to get that 640 so that you can go ahead and position yourself to get a lower interest rate and some other things that you can take advantage of for the people in the back. Assets, baby. Assets, honey, for the win. Ding, 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 ding. Assets for the win. I love that. I love it. So, Miss Florence, not only did you take that and get you some property, but then you flipped up and you went and did a child care facility on it as well?
Yeah, it was a part of the property. And I did not want to do a child care facility whatsoever. I was going to tear it down and we were going to put townhomes. But this is one of those situations when God gets involved. I went down to Fulton County to give them the paperwork. The man said, "Why are you going to do a daycare? What are you going to do?" I said, no, he said, "Why are you going to turn this into take a daycare and turn it into apartments?" I said, "I'm not doing anything with children." I had that was not in my area. I'm not, no, not a daycare, not me. And when I tell you, when they say God spoke to my heart, I went and sat in the car. I was on my way out and God clearly spoke to my heart. Do it. I called my husband. I was like, "I'll do the child care." And it was a success. It was one of the best things that I can say. I learned so much from operating that particular business. And that business, I got it because of real estate. I never intended on being in it. So that shows sometimes everything, people always talk about your purpose. We should strive for our purpose, but some businesses are going to propel you to your purpose. So you may have to do some things for a while to get where you want to get and do what you want to do. So I thank God for the daycare. It allowed me to be able to do what I'm able to do today.
Y'all better stop. I'm going to stop the interview because Miss Florence is dropping gems, baby. Listen, y'all better get it. Did y'all hear her say that some things you need to get yourself in position because it propels you to where you need to be at? And sometimes if you can be obedient to the voice of God and get in alignment to what he calls you to do, you don't know what door number one can lead you to. Walking through that door has presented her, because I'm telling y'all, I don't know how many people know about it, but childcare, baby, is expensive. People pay good money for taking care of these little babies and these little children and aftercare and all that. And if you've got a heart for kids, this may be something you want to tap into, because I'm telling you, People are paying good money, and good money for people who are trustworthy. Because y'all know, y'all done heard some horror stories, right? But when you find somebody who is very good and can make sure your child is there, child is learning, being taken care of, then invest in it. And if that's you and that's your passion, you might want to tap in and call Miss Florence. We got the information up here so she can give you some ideas. Look, I'm putting everybody on Miss. Call Miss Florence. Anything you can think of, call her. Just call her. So she can help you do that. Yes, to talk about purpose and passion, because all of those things, one thing just led to another, that led to another. But it's about you. Really, what started off as, wow, we just got gypped. That's not going to happen again. Let me go get this real estate license too. Not only did I gain land, gain certification, gain a career, but now I've also tapped into something that's giving me an additional stream of income on top of it, which is childcare. So, Ms. Florence, you have really shown out. I'm so impressed with all of this information. I am.
And all that has led me to Limitless. That's one of the things, like I said, Limitless education and training. That's my purpose. That's my baby. That's what I love to do. Working with people concerning education and business and training. That's it for me.
Come on, listen. And I love that that's your passion, because when you started getting into business, even though you were doing other things, you decided that, okay, I've acquired a lot of information and I'm not going to hold it to myself. I'm going to go out here and show other people how to step up and do some things for their business and how to do it correctly. And so you chose to go out and get a certification and become a certified business consultant.
Yes.
A lot of people don't feel like it's necessary when you talk about, coaching and things like that. They don't feel like, because sometimes, coaching is not always, you don't have to have a certification. It's not regulated like that. However, what made you decide that in order for me to do my business on the level that I want to do it on, I need to go get certified? What made you really decide, let me go this route?
Well, when I was in childcare and any other position that I had, we had to do certification. So once I decided that I wanted to stick with business and education, I considered going the coaching route, but I decided more to do the consulting route, because I'm that person that's going to tell you, guide you. If you want this result, this is what you need to do. I have a coach. I have a transformation coach that I actually work with, and he'll tell me, okay, now which one do you want today? He'll guide me and lead me. But when I do business consulting, I come to find out what you want, and I can tell you how to get there. So I think coaches need coaches, business people need coaches, you need consultants, you need someone, because you get tunnel vision. Whatever business you're in, you start thinking you're on a straight and narrow and you're doing well, but that outside eye can look and see what you're doing and tell you, hey, this is how you can do better. So that's me. I mean, I do mystery shops. Somebody want me to come to their business and see how well it's doing or what's going on. Restaurants and retail do it all the time. Have someone come in and you don't know that's the person that's ordering from you, and you get scored. A lot of times, like I said, we don't know how well we're doing unless someone from the outside can look at it, because we get tunnel vision because we're the ones in the race every day, stuck in it. So we need someone with a fresh eye sometime to give us some tips. I don't know which Paula is on the line, but that Miss Paula helped me from SheEO. If that's her, she sure helped me with my business.
Baby, the blind spot queen, honey, making sure that you are in there looking to get yourself together. Yes, she does excellent. And that's that's great information, because sometimes, like you say, you get caught up and you're used to doing things a certain way, and you don't realize that just because you've been doing it this way all the time doesn't mean that way is still working 3 years, 5 years into the game. You got to have some fresh eyes to show you, what's new on the scene and how you can implement those things to make your business better. So I know that I tapped into a few things, for you as far as what you're doing, and you even diversified out even further into and let me see what they're saying in the chat. She said, Paula Haddon banned as the blind spot coach. Yes. And Chantel said, wow, you leveled all the way up. Yes, she did, honey. She didn't went out here. And not only that, but even in doing being a consultant, she even has Journal Pro. So what made you get into that field?
The pandemic. Nothing but the pandemic. I had someone that proposed a business opportunity for me. And again, this is another bad situation. This gentleman wanted me to join his company. He gave me all these promises, told me I was going to be making all this money. Lied. I had a group of people go down to Columbus, Georgia to be a part of this, to get training, to get hazmat certified. Come to find out, he just lied. Like everything he said was a lie. So here I am sitting there like, okay, I done spent all this money trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And my business partner and I said, hey, let's just go ahead and do our own. So we did. We did our own sanitation company. We set up everything. It all got turned around and doing very well. We're German Pros in Michigan, it's in Maryland, and it's here in Georgia as well. So yes, it's a sanitation company. My children run it for me now, but I'm the one running it, but my children are actually in the field.
Listen, Miss Florence has really shown herself tonight. Y'all hear me? Because Miss Florence said that the people was lying. And she wasn't trying to hear that. And so she said, I'm going to go out here and create my own. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, what I love about Center Stage is because you get to hear about the stories that you don't know anything about. You get to hear firsthand about how sometimes things can become into fruition. And so because she felt like, okay, what you're not going to do is lie to me. So I can do, rather than me follow behind you, let me go and do my own thing. And you took advantage of what was going on to make a lucrative business out of it. But then you said, I created something that not only did it make me some money, but now my children can run it and it's going to leave a legacy for them. So I love that everything that you've done has been out of, no, I'm not the one, and I'm going to do it for myself. Look, I love the gangster, honey. I'm not the one. Let me go do me. Hey, straight. I love it, girl. That's my thing. I love that you did that, but I love that the businesses that you are setting up are long lasting, turning, Kelly said, turning lemons into lemonade legacy. Mm-hmm. Kelly, that was cute, girl. Lemonade legacy. Wasn't that cute, girl? Oh, Kelly, trademark that. Anyway. Mm-hmm. That is so powerful. So I'm going to get out the way and I'm going to let Miss Florence come in and really kind of give y'all some one-on-one, and kind of delve a little deeper into what she has to offer, what she has going on. So Miss Florence, you take it on away, honey.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, what I do, one of the things that we do here is called Limitless Education and Training. And we spend time with individuals, and that word, I don't know if you noticed, was disadvantaged individuals. And one of the reasons we say that is because at the end of the day, we are all disadvantaged in some point or another, whether it's socially, economically. And one of the things that we want to cue in on is that word disadvantage. Disadvantage means that there's something that you're missing out on. It could be if your personal net worth does not exceed $1.32 million, you are considered economically disadvantaged. A lot of people don't realize that. And I'm assuming that most of us on this call do not make $1.32 million. So we're considered disadvantaged. And with that, there's so many opportunities out there with the government. You can get grants, disadvantaged business enterprise. These are certifications that we need to get. And a lot of people don't realize that. So that's one of the things that Limitless does is we focus on what type of business you have and where you can go to take it to the next level, because we all have some form of disadvantage. I'm not sure if you all have heard of Brown Girl Jane. It's a group of Black women who graduated from Spelman, and they have a beauty cosmetic company. You would have never considered them as disadvantaged, but guess what? They are, because they're African American, or if you're Hispanic or Native American, you are considered disadvantaged. So anybody in a for-profit business needs to make sure that they apply for that certification. It's called the DBE. You want to apply for that certification. But here at Limitless, we are an educational and resource center. We actually teach classes. One of the main courses that I have is called From Wantrepreneur to Entrepreneur. And that course is for individuals who constantly say, I have an idea, I want to start a business, I want to do this. They're always talking about what they want to do, but never put it into practice and get it done. So that's a 14-week class. I know it doesn't take 14 weeks to start a business, but it's the 14 weeks from the idea in their head to the business being actually legitimate, marketing being done, and they're ready to produce. Another course that I do is called B3, where we're building businesses on biblical principles. That's something that's near and dear to my heart, because a lot of times people get out here and don't realize that it takes It takes a lot. It takes money to make money, but it takes prayer. It takes precision. It takes perseverance. And I believe the scripture that says, if you're faithful over a few things, he'll make you rulers over many. So that's one thing I looked at. How did I handle things on my jobs? And when I started my business, how can I handle business based on biblical principles? So you have to count up the cost. That's something. I know there's a scripture in Luke that says, who builds a tower and doesn't count up the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? So sometimes people will say, well, I'm going to open up a catering company, and they just assume it's going to cost this much, and they just assume this and that. And it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out because they didn't count up the cost. And that's one of the things, if you notice early in my bio, that was one of my first ventures. I had a catering and event company, and I didn't put enough time and effort into it because I wasn't really in it. That wasn't really my thing. Anybody that knows me knows I don't cook, but I can put something together real quick. But that didn't go the direction that I felt it should be going, and I didn't count up the cost. So that business didn't do as well as it could have done. We're going to have some losers and some gains in this field, and we just have to go for it. And as Kelly said earlier, turning the lemons into lemonade, that's crucial. Another thing, one of the classes with the building businesses, biblical principles, I talk a lot about the Proverbs 31 woman, because we have a lot of women in classes that seem to sign up. But if you think about it, she was industrious, she was hardworking, she was trustworthy, she was giving, she was wise. I think one of the scriptures says she considers a field and buys it. I mean, she's thinking about what she's going to do, and then she buys that. She gives to the people in her household. And guess what? Says her husband is known in the gates. Now, I don't know what he did, but he was known because of her. And so as women, we have that extra that we have to do when it comes to making sure that our household is taken care of, that our businesses are running right. So I spent a lot of time talking about the Proverbs 31 woman in that particular class. The other class that I have is business longevity. That one is really near and dear to my heart. Many get started in businesses and get impatient. You know, you may be in business for 5 years and things may not be going exactly how you expected it to go. But with some coaching, with some counseling, you may need to just revamp your marketing program. It doesn't mean that you need to give up, on your idea. In the business longevity class, I talk about how to be a good steward over what God has given you. You cannot go out there and make, let's just say $100,000 your first year. You go out and make $100,000 in your business your first year, and you go buy a car, and you go buy a house, and you go buy shoes, and you have red bottoms, and you have all these purses, all these name brand this and that. But what happens the next year? You don't know what's going to happen. What happens when times get hard? If you have a service industry business, what happens, or retail? What happens when time gets hard? So I talk in that class about being a good steward over the money God has blessed you with through your business, and saving and giving and investing, and also just making sure that your business is financially viable to be able to withstand, times and things that come up. So we talk about borrowing, saving, and spending. One of the newest programs that we have, and it's starting up on March 1st, is our Junior Entrepreneurs in Training. And that is a 10-week course. It's for individuals between the ages of 12 and 16. And that's because 12, 13s, 14s, and 15s, they're too old to go to daycare. Most are too young to work, but they have ideas. And so my goal is to impart in them and have them bring their creative ideas to the format. We have received scholarships in order to help them get their classes going. So it's going to be a great program that starts on, like I said, March 1st, and we'll be having information that'll be going out concerning that. What else? Those are classes that we have going on. Limitless Education and Training is a nonprofit organization. It's a 501c3. And I wanted to bring that up because I also help individuals who want to get started with a nonprofit. But I'm more on the education side because I've had a nonprofit for over 15 years. Well, actually, it's been 17 now. For 17 years, I've learned quite a bit about nonprofits and receiving grants and making sure you're out of trouble with the IRS. a 501c3 and saying you're a nonprofit is so much more than a tax status. You literally have to run that nonprofit like you would your regular business. Even though he says nonprofit, it doesn't mean that money is not coming in. What that means is, I mean, you may get a salary, but your company is not your company. The nonprofit doesn't belong to you. And that's something I hear people a lot of times saying, my nonprofit or I and my, and really it's not. I mean, at the end of the day, some people that start nonprofits don't realize your nonprofit belongs to the community. And in terms of the IRS, they don't care. They don't have any favoritism. They don't care who you are. If you do something wrong, you can go to jail. If you mishandle the money, your company could be dissolved. The money is going to go to another nonprofit. You can't just go put it in your bank account. So we talk about commingling. We talk about a lot of those things in the different classes that Limitless Education and Training provides. So it is so important that whichever direction you choose to go in your business, that you have a clear path, that you get some courses, you get some counseling, know where you are. And even if you've been in business for a long time, like I said, one of the things I learned a long time ago is that we can get tunnel vision. You've been doing something for a long time, as I have been doing this for quite a while. And I can truly say it was a blessing for me to be introduced to the SheEO, because that is what I was sitting there thinking, well, what am I doing? I know this, I know that. And when Paula taught a class and she said, your processes need to make you money. And I was thinking, what is wrong with me? I had just kind of took a break from reality. I was on a good break. I had stopped working at the daycare center. I had spent about 1.5 years off, and I guess I had cobwebs in my mind because she was saying something I already knew. And when I tell you, I started pulling all my books out and my training. And the first client that I got with the child care center as a consultant paid me so much money. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I just forgot that I knew this. So it's important, as Paula said, keep up with your processes. You can use that. You can sell your processes. You can train people. So there's so many ways out there to make money, ladies. There's so many ways. We need to make sure that we're in a position to get things ready for the next generation. We're in a position to help our families. We're in a position to help our business. We're in a position to grow. And I mean, I think it's crucial that you put God first in any and everything that you do, any decision that you're making. It's crucial that you put God first in all that. Prepare your children. The Bible says a good man, which in this case, a good woman, leaves an inheritance for their children's children. So it's crucial that we get our kids involved, leave something for a legacy, and enjoy the trip while we're here. As I said earlier, coaches need coaches, business owners need consultants. You don't want to get tunnel vision. You want to have fresh eyes looking at your business. And so if you need any help, any assistance, you can contact me at getlimitlesstoday.com or at Florence Latrice in terms of me helping you out with your business.
Yes. Listen, when I tell you that, again, y'all, we're going to toot the SheEO center stage horn, because that's why we have people on here. Because sometimes people see you and they know that you have a business, but they do not know the level of expertise you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the history. They just know that you have a business. They just may say, oh, well, I just know her from, the German Pro. Have no idea that you do classes that can help them, to be successful in their business, to help them with, getting more knowledgeable about nonprofits, or just to know how to, have biblical principles to help you to run your business successfully. This is how you're able to tap in and get more information, because now that I know that, now I can say Miss Florence has ran several successful businesses. She's somebody I want to have as a business consultant, because she knows the ins and outs. And so I love that, you drop so much good knowledge on here. I see Tanya Bird says, my sons are involved in our business. Very good, because it's all about really leaving a lifetime legacy. Marie said, this is my first center stage, and this has made me a faithful listener. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, Florence really just dropped so much in her segment. So Florence, let me ask you this. For people who are really thinking about starting a nonprofit, I know you said that there's so much to be careful of, So what is a good way for people, before they even really get into it, to maybe find out the scope of what it takes? Because I know people have good intentions, they have good hearts, and they want to do things, but at the same time, they're not realizing that it's a whole different ball game out here, and you would be click, or
Yeah.
you spend a whole lot of money behind it. What are some good practices or some good things that they can kind of get into, just to kind of give them something, to give them an overview before they step out there and potentially, mess things up?
I would say first find out what their interest is. Like, let's just say if somebody's interested in working with the homeless, then go to a homeless shelter, get involved in that field first to see if that's really what you want to do. And then ask yourself, why would I want to do my own as opposed to joining with someone else? Because you can always go help another nonprofit. So one example I use, this was years ago with the nonprofit, I received a salary. It's public knowledge. Everything you do for a nonprofit is out there in the public. So you want to know what your purpose is, what your cause is, because it's not for the faint at heart. It's not just to say, okay, we're having a fundraiser. You have to literally ask people for money. If you're using your own money all the time, it's not yours. That's the number one thing I had to realize. I mean, I had to call the IRS one day to ask something, and I kept saying, my business, my business. And the guy schooled me real quick. He said, it's not yours. That's why I can't find it. And I kept saying, I was giving him the EIN number. He was like, well, it's not yours. That's why I can't find it. And so he educated me. And that was years ago, and I really appreciate that. So before you go and do that, it's important to see why you want to do it and know what you can do. You want to do the fundraising. My child care center was nonprofit. So I was able to change it over once I closed that child care center to do Limitless. I don't think years ago I ever would have wanted to do Limitless when I was in my 20s or 30s, to run a nonprofit and for it to actually function and make money. I don't think that's something that I would have wanted to do. But now that I've done all those things that I've wanted to do in life, now I want to give back. So that's something to see. Just go volunteer first. That's what I would tell people, volunteer. And then if you do get one, you got to make sure you got a good board of directors, because you should not be doing everything. Your board of directors really are the people that's running it. You're the founder and the visionary, but the board of directors goes to work, get you those grants, get you that money, help with those sponsors and all those things. So I would tell anybody that's interested is to go and volunteer in that area first.
Now, that is some good information, because I think sometimes people get so excited, so caught up, and you don't realize, because listen, it is such a hard job to go out here and run multiple, like for entrepreneurs, it's already a lot. When you think about it, you got to you got to be the CEO, the COO, the CFO, the cleanup person, the one that do all, you know what I'm saying? The customer service, you got to be the bill collector, you got to be the bill giver. You got to be doing a whole lot. On a nonprofit, multiply that by 10, because now you got all kind of eyes on you too. So you got to make sure that all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. You got to be very organized, and there's a lot of things that are going on with it. So if your heart is not in it, then you're going to cause yourself to, get in it and then not be able to continue, not be able to follow through. So I think that's some excellent advice, to go ahead and volunteer or research and see how you can maybe give without actually doing, until you realize, okay, this is for me. And I'm
because it costs. People don't realize it costs money to help people. It costs. We do a toy drive every year, and we have like 300, sometimes like 180 to 300 toys. I can't buy all those toys for all those people. Somebody had to buy them. Somebody had to donate. And so knowing that it costs money to help people, you have to make sure you're not just thinking, I'm going to do this and I'm going to use my money, But also, I want to say on the flip side of that, there is a benefit. There's a major benefit. There are some CEOs out there that's making a lot. The president of YMCA, he makes $235,000 a year. So the Goodwill. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations where the presidents are doing well once they've established themselves. But if you're not ready to ask folks for money, and that was something I had a hard time doing, asking. Giving Tuesday, this last Giving Tuesday, which was the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. That was my first time ever asking for money. I used to just send out letters and I would have people send in, but that was my first time ever asking. And we actually got 8 great donations. I was real happy because I had to do it. You know, it's like, okay, you have to do this now. So yeah, you want to definitely count up the cost when it comes to that as well.
And I'm glad you said that, because people don't realize that it does require you to be able to have a mouthpiece, because people are going to want you to go out here. You're going to have to talk, period. You're going to have to talk about your business. And for those people like, girl, I just want to be in the background, and you know, they ain't got to see me. When you get on that level, if that's not you, then you're going to have to really find someone on the board of directors or somebody in your organization who that's their thing, because it's going to require a public presence in order to really, you know, talk and bring people in and get that exposure. So let's talk about that, because that's one of the reasons, I mean, not from a nonprofit perspective, but just from business, visibility, because that's what really the SheEO Center Stage offers, is visibility to businesses. How important is visibility to a business, Florence?
Visibility is really, it's at the top of the list. And I can truly say that the SheEO, again, has propelled me to do things that I normally wouldn't do. When you say I'm a background person, I am definitely a background person. I can handle it. I can get it done. And I've always had the mindset that I don't have to do it, because I've managed for so many years. I have other people, you know, I'll find someone that's good. Believe me, if I wanted somebody out and talking, Angela Lewis will be at the top of the list, because I'm going to send Angela out, and Angela's going to do the talking. You know, so I would always have employees or other individuals assisting me, but visibility is crucial.
Crucial. Did y'all hear that? Crucial. And y'all make sure y'all stay on to the end, because we got a couple of giveaways to give away, baby. I love the giveaways. I do. It's so exciting to see people get what they get. One other thing, Florence, I want to talk about, and then we're going to transition over to talk about the giveaways and wind up. But when people are looking for a board of directors, what advice can you give them on selecting people who are going to make good people for their nonprofit?
Number one, not your friends. Number one, not your friends. I did that. And the reason you don't want to do that is because your friends, usually they all have jobs. You want to find someone, I would definitely find someone that's in corporate America, preferably with the Fortune 500 company, because they're going to be already in it and they can ask for those donations. I would find a lawyer, an accountant, some form of professional that will also be able to utilize their skills to help you with your board. It's cutting it close when you have a family member. You are allowed to have a family member, but I would pick a family member that's about business. You don't, but again, you want to avoid friends, family if you can. I would keep a family member on it, because at the end of the day, your board can vote you out. So that's what people don't realize. A board is not yours. So there's no way you're going to get. That's why another reason you don't want to get a bunch of friends, because those friends could become foes. You don't want people who are not going to support you in what you're doing. So it's crucial. That's a crucial thing. The board of directors is what's going to guide the company, because literally the board of directors, if I'm found in the company, I hire a board. Now, what I did was I had people in mind. I sent out letters explaining, and it explains to them, you are expected to come to monthly meetings. You are expected to help raise money. So that's a job to some people. But if a person has a passion, let's just say a tax accountant, and you get him on your board, he's going to help you avoid issues with the IRS. If you get that lawyer on your board, they're going to be able to help you. So it's crucial to get good people on your board. Let them know what they're expected to do. That's the key. Also, let them know what they are expected to do.
That right there is powerful. I see some people, let me list the comments. I see Chantel said, thank you so much for your transparency. Marie got exclamation point. Absolutely. Kimberly said, absolutely, 100. Yes, Chantel, thank you for keeping it real. Kelly said, that's just very, very good. Kimberly said, that just made a whole lot of sense. You know, we don't think about it because we think, okay, we're getting, you know, oh, I want to bring my family in or my friends because I'm doing my thing or whatever. And this is not a play thing. This is very serious. You don't want to get people in there and then they get caught up. And like you said, I don't think this is the first time I've ever, and I think I knew it, Florence, but just to hear you say that you can get your behind voted out by the people that you put in place,
Mm-hmm.
you need to think about that and make sure that you're putting people in place who understand the vision, who know the
Right.
direction you're going in, who are supportive, people who are not just looking for a payout and want to be on the beach and like, don't call me, child, whatever y'all decide to do, honey, girl, I'm on vacation. Like, look, I done
Right.
got my little dividend and I'm going on about my business. You want people who really want to see what you're doing scale up to be a blessing and a benefit for whatever it was created for, whether it's for
Right.
homeless people, whether it's for children, whether it's for, for whatever. You want to make sure that the people that you bring on the board are people who are committed to seeing that vision come to pass. So I think that's exceptionally great advice. Yes, Kelly said powerful info, Miss Florence. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me check one more thing here. And we're gonna do the giveaway. So y'all, I'm glad y'all stayed on. We're about to announce the winner. So Miss Florence is actually doing a giveaway. So can you share your giveaway for us, please, from Limitless Education and Training, Inc.?
Okay, now my giveaway is too big for me to hold up for y'all, but it's a 6x6 calendar board that you can hang up in your office.
Woo, tell them one more time, Miss Florence. Is a what?
It's a 6 feet by 6 feet calendar board that you can put in your office. It should take up most of the wall.
Take up the wall, baby. But listen, that's what you need when you planning and putting things together. You want to have something up there that you can see, that you can go and look at. You can make sure that you are crossing your I's and dotting your T's, and it's just a visual thing that helps you to stay organized and on track. So listen, hey, that's what you want to get. So let's get the drum roll, please. Let me see who's gonna get this. The winner for this one is Katrina Wilcox. Yes, let's get the Limitless Education Engagement giveaway. Come on, Katrina. Yes. Katrina, you got to tell us you're here now so we can make sure you get it. So you got a little time before we move on. So we need to hear you say, I'm in here. Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. Come on, Katrina. Now, look, you shouldn't drop off. You got 2 minutes. Don't y'all do everything? Y'all know what said doo-doo. Oh, look, come on, Katrina. That's what I'm talking about. She said, yes, I am here, baby. Okay, girl. Yay. You get the giveaway from Limitless Education for the engagement giveaway. So, yeah, super, super, super excited about that. We will send you a link so that you can make sure to put your information in there so that you can get all of that. So yes, super excited for that announcement. All right, now y'all know that Miss Florence, thank you so much for being generous. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. Now I want to, before we move to the next one, can you let everybody know how can they connect with you? How can they find out about tapping into your classes and even just signing up for business consultations?
Okay, well, I'm on social media at I am Florence Latrice on Instagram and Facebook, or you can contact me at getlimitlesstoday.com. The month of January is my break, so February everything gets started back up. You'll be seeing all the posts. You can DM me, and we'll have classes. Like I said, they start in February, and then our junior classes start on March 1st.
Okay. Listen, y'all better listen. Miss Florence gave y'all a lot of information. Get limitlesstoday.com. Go and sign up. Get some of these classes because I'm telling y'all, we want to do well in our business. 2023 is not a year to play around any longer. It's time to sign up and get the information you need to scale to the next level in whatever it is you're trying to do. And Miss Florence has a well-rounded program from people who, what was the one you said, from wannabe to
entrepreneur to entrepreneur.
Baby, entrepreneur to entrepreneur. I like that too. That's cute. Girl, come on. If you want to be an entrepreneur, look, and you got to start somewhere. Learn, connect with somebody who's going to get you there the correct way. That's the most important thing, getting you there the correct way. So y'all make sure, I think they just put up her social media information. So make sure you tap into that. Now we are doing the giveaway for the SheEO engagement. So that goes to I need to have me a sound effect in here, Gary. Yes, Marie Quizrose. Heroes. Marie, you know I done tore up your last name. I'm so sorry, but you are the winner. And if you're still on here, you got 2 minutes to say, I'm here, baby. So we are waiting on you to say you are here so we can make sure we get you connected to get your gift as well. Look, I love these giveaways. I love them. I love them. I love them. So Marie, we're waiting on you to say, yeah. She said, Kiro, girl, look, I done jacked it all up, but Kiros, come on, Kiros, Marie. Thank you for putting the pronunciation in there for me. So Marie is a winner. So we will make sure we get you and Katrina the link so that you all can get your giveaway prizes. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you staying on to the end. Now we're getting ready to transition out of here, but if y'all don't know, SheEO comes through with the most fabulous brunches there is, right?
Yes.
Miss Florence was at the last one, honey. She gave her testimony and shared, about how she's just been blessed by the SheEO District. This is a place to connect, to network. If you just have an idea and you're a wantrepreneur, if you are in business, but you just aren't profitable, or whatever stage you're in, SheEO District is a great place to be here. Center Stage is a great opportunity for you to get on and really talk about having visibility for your business, really letting people know who you are, what you have to offer, and how they can support you and connect with you to help expand your business. So I love the opportunities for this. And Florence has just really shown you a great way to put information out there about who you are. And I know hopefully her business will continue to get even better because people are going to tap into some of those classes. Girl, they're going to feel like, I feel like I done got contacted by, I've been in the wrong environment. I need some Germ Pro to spray up your surface, make sure that everything is clean and I can breathe and feel safe. All of those things she's a lady to tap into. So listen, we're getting ready to cut to the next section so you guys can see what we got going on for this next SheEO brunch. So stay tuned.
We profitable up in here? Is your business gonna do good things this year? Okay, now I think y'all ready. I think you're ready. Here we go. We're gonna raise our glasses up to the roof. We gonna say, all right, here we go. We gonna say, and we gonna declare it in the atmosphere. Are you ready? I think we ready. I want y'all to say, my business will be profitable. My business will be profitable. Hold on, we gonna say it like we mean it. So let me put this down. My business will be profitable. My business will be profitable. Everything I touch, we will win. So when we set
Did y'all see the atmosphere was set up in that place by none other than the Lux Queen herself, Honey B. Dior, baby. She did that. Yes, Truth Honey Dior. Listen, she was the host for the hostess with the mostest, right? She came in and did her thing. And that's what we expect every single time. High energy, great ladies coming together, talking about being profitable, talking about, networking and our sisterhood. Katrina said, yes, it was. Kelly said, Dior Truth Honey was not playing, not at all, baby. She set the atmosphere. I love it. I love it. So y'all make sure, keep your notifications on, be ready, make sure you stay tuned, stay connected, because the brunch, Chantel said the brunch was powerful, and it was. Y'all stay connected. Listen, we are building something here in the SheEO District. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, right? This is the place to be, to get connected with some amazing, phenomenal women. If you want to be featured on center stage, go to SheEODistrict.com, go to programs, and then register. Now, I'm just going to go on and tell y'all right now, we booked and busy, baby, the first quarter, but I am taking new people for April. So if that's you and you ready to get yourself in here and spotlighted and showcased, then go on in and sign up so I can be talking to you on the SheEO Center stage in April. Until then, I want you guys to make sure you stay connected so you can find out what is going on in the SheEO District, when the brunch is going to be next, and what we have going on, because I'm telling you, it's always something. And then next week, stay tuned, because our special guest will be on the SheEO Center stage, Coach Toria Renee. Coach T will be in the house, right? Toria Renee will be here with her own brand, talking about her coaching business and what she does. She will be here for the SheEO Center stage next Monday. So come on back and support with us, right? But until then, Miss Florence, is there anything else you want to say before we leave?
Thank you. I just want to say I appreciate SheEO. I always say some powerful women sent out to empower other women.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much, Ms. Florence. You gave a wealth of information. Ladies, thank y'all for staying tuned to the very, very end. We appreciate it. For Marie and Katrina, I will send you out the link so that you can get access to your gifts. And hey, this is it. SheEO Center stage, honey. We done. You guys have an awesome, amazing night. Things happen, right? This is 2023, baby. We are unapologetically showing up, running our business, living our lives, and we are SheEO Center stage. Miss Lene,
yes.
Tell us, honey, about these whoopie pies and how you got started in the business.
Wow, that is a short but long story. I actually started baking at 6. Hello, everyone. I am Renee Lene Mitchell, and the owner and chef of Lene's Whoopie Pies and Pastry.
Hey, ladies, have you heard about the SheEO Center stage? If you have not, then please go to the page, check out some of our recent broadcasts, and then go to the SheEODistrict.com, click on programs, go to SheEO Center stage, and then register so that we can showcase you on the center stage. That's right. It's an opportunity for you to get increased visibility for your business. And not only that, you establish your credibility in your chosen niche, and you promote your products and your services. You let people know who you are, and it's just going to change the game and help your bottom line altogether. And that's what it's all about, positioning yourself and your business to be seen by the masses. So listen, go ahead, sign up, register now so that I can be talking to you on Monday nights on the SheEO Center stage. I will see you there. Welcome to Center Stage.